Hey, I'm Alex.
I'm James.
And I'm Dan.
We're the Ragamuffins, and we want to know what makes a perfect gig. Every episode we ask our guests their dream 4-band lineup from opener to headliner with a little chat along the way. And today we are joined by...
Lewis, also known as Glennie, because they'll probably call me Glennie throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Glennie plays
And
in the
other
band,
names.
He plays in the band Worst Wishes, where he is the drummer and also the singer.
I knew that was coming.
If you've watched a lot of our content before, you've probably seen him on here. So seen him in festival previews and bits and pieces in many of the vlogs. So a familiar face. But this is all... We'll start off the bat. It's all big to do with your EP coming out.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that to start off with.
We've got an EP coming out, Worst Wishes, along with my lovely, lovely friend Alex. It's called It Won't Feel This Way Forever. We put a lot of work into it, and we're really, really happy, and we can't wait for everyone to hear. We've already released 4 of the songs. We've got 2 songs coming out with it. And yeah, we're just very excited to finally release it all as a package.
And the release date is?
Next Friday, the
Next
7th
Friday.
of November.
I knew I was going to forget that.
I mean, let's start it right off the bat. Let's just get into the gig. Your opener, who are you walking into on your perfect gig and seeing on that stage straight away, wherever it may be?
So, I have really struggled to come up with just 4 bands, right? And I was thinking of different ways I could try and cheese it, but I thought, no, I'm gonna stick to the rules. So I have sort of changed it around a little bit.
The rules are very loose here.
Yeah, so that's why I've sort of gone about it the way I have. So I'm having it in 2 parts. It's all going to be in the same place, but I'm having it in 2 parts. The first part, I've got 2 bands on the same stage, and it's going to be with my dad. And the first band I'm gonna and they're technically not a band; they're more of like a super group that was done one time for someone's birthday. But yeah, it's going to be the lineup for B.B. King's birthday jam. It was done in 1987. They've got people like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Clapton, B.B. King, obviously, Albert King. Who else was on there? Etta James, Chaka Khan, Gladys Knight, Dr. John, Billy Ocean. And they basically, for like an hour, just did like a blues jam session. Oh, this is blues, by the way. I don't know if anyone actually cares. Did like a... it was for B.B. King's birthday. And from start to finish, I every time I watch it, because it was filmed and there's videos online, and I used to watch it with my dad on VHS when I was a kid. It's just perfect, and I think if I could go back in time, I think that's when I would go back to sit in that room and watch that show from start to finish and just be in that atmosphere, be in the time, be around them sort of people. It's just perfect. If you get any sort of time, if you get an hour just spare and you actually care about blues and sort of kind of rock, but mostly blues, just search B.B. King's birthday 1987 and it's on there and on YouTube.
You're going to jump behind the kit and have a bit of a jam with them as well, or you just want to appreciate it?
I forgot actually. Phil Collins was drumming at the time for him. I don't think I could step into them shoes. I think I'd be
he's
too
also
nervous.
a drummer and a singer.
Yeah, I know, but I wouldn't be able to do it. I just want to watch. I wouldn't want to stress about messing it up. I just want to watch. So yeah, so the first thing I'm going to watch is that show, but on the stage that I've chosen, which we haven't spoke about yet.
They're resurrected.
But yeah, it's just perfect, and I think to be able to stand with my dad and watch that as a whole would just be just like, yeah, that's like something that I just wish that I could do. Just go back in time and do that, but we can't. So I'm going to do it through the medium of a of a podcast and just imagine it.
So we'll get some of the Worst Wishes bits shortly, but on that front, is that, and you've mentioned it there with your dad, was he kind of the key person that kind of helped form your music taste and kind of got you down that realm then?
Oh, easily. So my dad's a guitarist, and he was playing in blues bands since before I was born. So I was going to blues shows and like beer festivals that he was playing at and all that sort of stuff all the time as a kid. Sometimes like 2 or 3 times a week. I think a lot of the time I was there just to carry his stuff, but I just fell in love with the whole thing, and all I wanted to do was get on stage and do it. And I started learning guitar, and I'm all right at guitar. I can sort of get myself through, but as soon as
verify.
Yeah, he's all right.
But as soon as so my dad's drummer Mike, who sadly has passed away now, gave me my first set of sticks because he had a set 7As that he just didn't want. He was like, "Oh, you can have these if you want." So I'd sit at like blues jams or like at shows on like the side of the stage or whatever, just sort of tapping away. And eventually sort of realised, I'm actually, I can kind of do this. So then, and Dad sort of noticed as well. So he was like, I'll get you. So he got me like the cheapest electric kit you could get. It wasn't like one of the like multi-pad ones. It was like, I think it was Roland or something. So, but it was like their like budget, like for entry thing. And so I just used to sit in my room for hours and hours and hours just tapping away. And Dad wouldn't, obviously, because it's electric, you don't really know what anyone was playing. So I sort of basically just taught myself and just played along to stuff that I liked. And then we started going to blues jams, and I'd do the thing where I'd set my little chair up in front of me and I'd tap away. And then eventually I got the sort of, I was only like 9. I got the sort of, I'm going to go on stage, I'm going to do it. Started playing, and my dad turned around and looked at me like, what the hell? It's like, when did you learn how to do that? And I don't know, I'm just figuring it out as I go along. And so then, every opportunity I got, I'd get on stage doing blues stuff, and just absolutely fell in love with it. And ever since, just can't get enough of it. So I think, Dad's obviously taking me to them shows and sort of introducing me to that sort of scene, and also having the like trust to be like, just jump on stage, you'll be fine. Like, it doesn't, if it goes wrong, it doesn't really matter, because it's blues jam anyway, and like everyone there's like there to have a good time. It's nothing serious, but and it was I think it's helped with being on stage doing the stuff we do now, because I've been doing it for so long that I don't get nervous. But I'm a little shaky. I don't get nervous. I just it's my happy place being up there playing. So I've got Dad to thank for that, and I think again having him at this show would be absolutely perfect. So
While we're talking about the start and firsts, we're in a record store right now. We're lucky enough to be in Truck in Whitney. What was the first album that you bought?
Oh, well, actually, when this...
I feel there's always two answers to this.
Yeah, when this place was called Rapture, so this is going back now, I must have been maybe 12 or 13, and I managed to buy Eminem's Curtain Call from here. When it was, I definitely shouldn't have been able to buy it. I don't know how I got away with it. I didn't even really think. I thought, oh, I like Eminem, I'll grab that, and just paid for it, and then walked out. I got home, and Mum was like, how the hell did you get that? I was like, bought it from the shop. From where? Like, who the hell sold you that? And she never like maybe take it back or anything. But that was technically the first album I ever bought. But first records that I ever had was White Snake, Slip of the Tongue, the Steve Vai version. So I think it was the remaster 2009. But I would listen to today actually. Like, it's perfect. Like, the riffs are unreal, and the story behind that album is really cool as well, because their guitarist, I can't remember what he had he did his wrist in or something when they were meant to be recording, and Steve Vai happened to be in the studio at the time. He was doing something else, and they were like, oh, do you want to just like try this? And he was like, yeah, and then did the whole album, and it's like perfect, absolutely perfect. So
to kind of link some of that to the like worst wishes bits, when you're like approaching drum parts or any kind of songwriting in particular, you got a lot of influence from where you've grown up in kind of classic music. In like Whitesnake, you're going into old school blues kind of things. Do you feel like you still bring some of that into how you approach playing in a different kind of genre, a heavier kind of genre now?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, I'll always have the fundamentals of blues, which, to be fair, is actually a really good thing to have, because basically all like heavier alternative music sort of goes back down to blues. But it's like nobody can really argue that. If it wasn't for like people like Chuck Berry and that, like, we wouldn't have this sort of music now. So I think there's got to be an element of it. Obviously, the stuff that we do is like there's no like shuffles or anything like that. But I think there's
not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, I've been trying. Trust me, but these guys won't. These guys won't do it. We just do a slow blues for the whole thing. I think it's maybe not like drum part specifically, but maybe like feel, because obviously a lot of blues playing is like feel. It's all about dynamics and all that sort of stuff. So I don't think you'd be able to listen to what we do and say, oh, that's definitely influenced by blues. But I think the way I approach it maybe is like, I'll listen to something that you've come up with, and I won't be like, oh, okay, we should do this straight four here and halftime here. It's just like, we'll just see how it feels, and then it sort of just comes out from that, doesn't it?
Right, let's move into the next phase of this two-part, A Perfect Gig. What is following the big birthday band?
So if this is a two-part gig, are we calling this like a headliner now?
No. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. I've confused you. So there are 4 bands. There are 4 shows. The first 2 is just going to be me and my dad, and the second 2 is it's all going to change up. Don't you worry.
Oh shit. Okay.
But so this is like maybe the headliner of the first half.
Yeah.
I guess because like jumping ahead a little bit, you guys aren't there for the first bit, but you are for the second. All right.
Okay, cool.
And
Fine.
so it's in
They
this.
wouldn't be there anyway.
I've based the second part purely on vibes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I think I want to start off 2 bands and 2 shows that I've always wanted to have watched and never did, and especially with my dad. So I want to get that out of the way. I want to just have that sort of nostalgic, like, oh, how amazing was that? And then switch it up. The boys
Go
turn up,
apeshit.
and then we go mad. So yeah, so the second show that I want to watch is this is where I've got a bit weird. John Mayer in 2007 did Where the Light Is with the John Mayer trio. So the first, I think it's like 5 or 6 songs. It's just acoustic guitar stuff. I think it's amazing. Can't be asked to stand and watch that. I've heard it millions of times, and it doesn't really do anything for me. But from, I think it's like the 6th, maybe 5th or 6th song. I can't remember what the name of the song is. Oh, it's going to annoy me. Every Day I Have the Blues. Am I right? Let me just check my notes. Yes, Every Day I Have the Blues to Boulder's Love. The John Mayer trio turn up, which they have the coolest names in the world. We've got John Mayer, Steve Jordan, and the coolest bassist ever, Pino Palladino. Yeah. Absolute legend of a bassist.
That's that like Italian soft drink, isn't it?
And then Steve Jordan, an absolute powerhouse on drums. Like he's like jazz, blues stuff. He's just like renowned as like one of the best. And yeah, they walk on stage after John Mayer's walked off with the acoustic stuff. They all walk on stage, and the just comes in, and it's like, oh, here we go. So yeah, I want to see that show on the stage that I've chosen from that point all the way through to Boulder's Love, and just stand there and just be like, let's go. Because yeah, again, used to listen to that in the car all the time with my dad going to shows or going to Swindon or whatever. I know Swindon, right?
Swindon, Jesus.
Yeah, at least listen to this and make it a little bit more enjoyable. Yeah, it was just always on, and then again, it was filmed, so you can sit and watch the whole show. And there's so many cool things about that. Like they go into a slow blues, and I can't remember the name of the stadium or the arena, the show that it was in, but it starts off this really nice, beautiful intro for slow blues, and it all cuts right down. Everyone goes crazy, and he like. Some people think he's a bit of a knob, but I think this is the coolest thing anyone's ever said on stage. He stands there and he goes, "Let me first say how wonderful it feels to know that it's 2007. We just launched into a slow blues and 7,000 people in LA went nuts." And yeah, everyone goes crazy again. And then they just do this beautiful slow blues. And it's got loads of dynamics, and it's just, it's absolutely perfect. And I've sat and watched that show so many times that everything, I can vocalize all of the guitar parts, all the drum parts. I used to play along to it constantly at home. Like, it's just, absolutely beautiful. So if I could stand there and watch that, perfect.
Stand there and watch it, or are you going to go back to your kind of childhood?
Yeah, I might set up the seat
and you're all there
to it,
tapping away.
Yeah, we'll add that in. Yeah, why not? Yeah, that would look a bit bizarre, me doing it now. When you're like 8 years old, everyone's like, oh, that's cute. If I was doing it, I'd be like, what the hell was that guy doing?
Christ.
It's interesting though, because usually we have people will kind of go like hypothetical with their perfect gig when they do this, but you've picked so far 2 things that have actually, like, sets that have actually happened that you've already experienced them in a way by being able to watch the live recording. So I think that's really, really cool. I'm excited to get into the second half of it.
I'm intrigued.
I think that's lame, man.
I'm intrigued because I know that this has got potential, and like you say, this is going to switch the fuck up.
So before we go to the second half, can we reveal the venue first?
You want to do it now?
It does make a difference. Yeah.
Sure. Go on then, just give it to us.
So 2022, download the Doghouse, shipping containers, 2 stages. The vibes were insane. Toilet roll being flung constantly, people standing up on the benches, everyone going mad, bars and food vendors all the way along the side. I think you guys can agree.
Yep.
That was the perfect Doghouse, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We were lucky because if it had rained, it would have been horrible, but it didn't. And I think since then, the Doghouse is still an amazing place, but it's never felt just that special.
That was like peak.
it was just something about it was just perfect. So on one of the stages, we'll have the John Mayer and BB King stuff going on. Whilst that's happening, all the FCG or the Ragamuffins, they are on the other side on like an emo playlist, getting giddy, getting ready.
Oh, we got a DJ set, boys.
We're getting hyped. While
Who's
you're
DJing?
Yeah, I don't care. Like whoever, like just you.
I'll leave it to you two. I'm
I
just
want
on the
Mahon and
stage.
hang
John
the
Mahon.
DJs. John Mahon.
I want second night of download energy at the Doghouse.
Oh, second night.
Second night of download.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go. So everyone's
You
set.
settled?
Everyone's settled.
Yeah.
You know,
'Cause that first night, you're kind of shattered from
Yep.
the drive and.
we haven't had
walking all-
anything to do in the
carrying all
day.
your stuff in.
It's the first day. We haven't had anything to do. We're just
Yeah.
chilling around, looking at stalls,
Everyone's been day
sleeping if you want
drinking.
to. Yeah, everyone's that slightly bit buzzed.
Watching Pirates of the Caribbean in your tent.
Look.
I mean,
Sometimes you got it.
yeah, if that gets you on the level, do that. But I want everyone happy, not tired, and I want to be 4 pints pissed.
By the end, is this now you want to be 4
No,
points pissed
I
by
wanna
the
be
end of it or from the start?
I want to be 4 pints pissed perpetually throughout the whole thing.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I think 4 pints pissed is the best pissed. Your inhibitions have lowered. You feel like everything's just fun. But I don't want to be like 5 pints because that gets to the point where you start being like, we should drink more and it's going to go badly. But
The dangerous level.
4 pints pissed is the perfect amount to enjoy. Obviously not going to forget anything or anything like that, but you can just relax and just be like, let's go. So yeah, I want everyone to be on that sort of vibe and level, and basically I've got that to look forward to whilst watching two of my favourite things that I've ever seen in my life. So that's why it's a bit important that the venue sort of is now is in the story, because I want that happening in the background, knowing that I've got that to go to.
What pints
Okay.
you drinking?
What pints?
Yeah.
I mean, if we went festival vibes, it would be a 440 can of Strongbow with a double shot of rum in it. But I reckon we're going like ice cold Asahi.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, or Prava, but I think an ice cold Asahi.
Immaculate.
4 of them.
Immaculate.
Probably 4 of them sunk in an hour. So you're just on that level,
Like it.
and then it just stays there. Don't have to drink. Don't have to drink any more to stay there. I'm just there.
You're there. You're ready.
Yeah.
I'm giddy at the thought. Just the mere thought.
Well, you've only had 2, haven't you?
I've only had 2. That's all I need. Cheap a night.
So we are here a little bit to talk about upcoming EP. It won't feel this way forever. Talk to us a little bit about like recording process, kind of bringing these songs together, getting into the studio, and the kind of whole construction of this as a release.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Alex was along for the ride, and you guys sort of heard it as it was sort of going. So I think a few demos were sent through and like unmastered tracks and sort of this idea sort of thing. But yeah, I think for this one, the majority of it is stuff that you wrote before. Like, it was before this was a band. There was you had a lot of ideas that you already had down.
Yeah.
And what we did was took them and sort of put our own little like stuff into it, or our own little sort of stamp, but try to keep it in a way that like sort of like just all it did was elevate your already good ideas. So it was a really, really nice process like for all of it. So Smile Boy was written by us as a group like after, so that wasn't already demoed or anything before we sort of came together as a group. And Never Had the Time has changed a lot,
Yeah.
but not. It's still got the fundamentals of what you sort of had as an idea. But yeah, it's been been really nice, and it's what is good as well is hearing your however many years old demo that you wrote like in like year 10 or whatever,
Yeah.
which we still have access to then hearing the finished product when it's been through a professional studio and we've added bits and taken bits away and just made it its own thing. It's hearing it for the first time through a good set of speakers when it's mastered and everything's ready. It's like, oh, that's what it is. That's what it's meant to be. And I don't think there's a song on there that we're not like 1,000% happy with.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's been really cool, like, for me at least. Like Glennie said, a lot of these were ideas that I had for a really long time. Like, as far back as I think I was probably 17 when I wrote 2 of these songs. And, like, I've never once... Because, like, I think when we write, everything we do is quite, like... The first instinct usually feels right. Because we do, like, now as well, we do a lot more jamming. when we write. And so when we've been playing like these songs for the EP, and these guys have got like, oh, I've got an idea to like change something or add something. It's like I've never once felt like, oh, I don't know, you're changing my, like, this is my baby and you're changing it. It's always felt like, oh, everyone is literally just adding like another good bit to just keep building on to what we're doing. And the Smile Boy writing, Glennie needs to give himself more credit for this, because this was mad.
Was that the Garage Band one?
Yeah.
This was on GarageBand, and my perspective of it is that I was at work and Glennie sent through a GarageBand demo of a song, and then like an hour later it was like, oh, here's like version 2 with a bit more layers, and then it was like, here's version 3 with some more layers, and then by like not even the end of the day, Josh was like, oh, I've got vocals, here's a vocal take. And the song was basically like done. And I was just at work like hearing these demos like come in, like almost like hourly updates of like, you know, a new riff has hit the demo. Do you know what I mean? So that one was really cool.
That was, and I think even before I sat down and did it, we were on the way back from Burn It Down.
Yeah.
And we got stuck in traffic, and we were listening to like Basement and Title Fight and all this sort of stuff. We were like, we want to write something along these sort of lines, but because we didn't really have any ideas. And it was the night before I sent through the demos. I couldn't sleep. I was knackered, but I couldn't sleep. Do you ever get that where you're just like so tired that you just like your body won't shut off? So I just started messing around on GarageBand on my phone and just like, oh, see what cool sounds I can get out of these guitars. Well, that sounds quite sort of basement-y and all that sort of stuff. And then just literally doing the chords on my phone and strumming to get the patterns. And I was like, oh, okay, so if we move this here and add that here, and it just like very naturally just sort of, because I'd never really done it before. I never tried to actually, I'd messed around in GarageBand before, but I never like composed a song on there. I was like, oh, this is actually sounding quite cool. I was like, what do you think about this, boys? And they were like, yeah. And then, yeah, like you said, we just started adding stuff, and he was like, what? And it was getting like little things like, why don't you go like, and he'd be like, all right, I'll try that. And I'll be there like bending on like the little guitar thing, trying to get it to the right bit. And then, yeah, and even something silly as in the second verse, there's a like a syncopated drum beat. That was purely because I couldn't figure out how to copy and paste like on the beat. So I copy and pasted it completely wrong and pressed play, and I was like, oh, hang on.
That works.
That works. It's like, if I can play that, then cool. And it works really well.
Beat, yeah.
It just works so well. And it was exactly the same drum beat, just like however many bars off. And it was just like, oh yeah, that works. We'll just use that. And then had to learn how to play it, which was a ball ache because it's very counterintuitive. Like your right hand doesn't land where you want it to, but as soon as you get into like the relaxation of it, it's fine. There was a bit of a like a wall in the studio where I just couldn't get it, and it was over and over again. I was like, I'm gonna get it, and Matt. Oh my god, so sorry, Matt. I forgot your name. You kept being like, do you want a break? And I kept being like, no. If I stop now, I'll never do it. And so it was like an hour of just sitting there being like, come on, and then it just clicked. I was like, got it, right. Press record, and we did it, and it was like, right, cool, that works. And yeah, I'm happy we sort of persevered with that, because it's my favourite bit to play in the song, because it's just really so it just works really well. And Smile Boy's out, go and give it a listen, and you can sort of hear what I mean. Yeah, it's that's out of all of them, that's sort of my baby, because it was like, it's not my song, but it was my idea, and we've done the thing where we all sort of add our own little bits in, and yeah, I do love that song so much. And when I like turned the GarageBand file into like a file that I could play on my phone, I was driving to a job interview and I had it playing just over and over again to try and sort of get it in my head. And I remember thinking like, this actually sounds really good. Like, what is going on? And then when we then did it in the studio, it was like, oh god, yeah, it sounds even better. Like, which you bloody hope it would.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do love that song so much, and there's a reason why the album's or the EP is named after a line in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the lyrics are really sort of like poignant, and like we've got Josh to thank for that, because Josh is a very, very good lyricist. And yeah, I just love playing that song.
With the recording process, like you guys kind of did the EP over like 3 separate sessions, going and getting all collective. Was there much that you feel changed in how you approached it each time? Also by the drum perspective, but then also the vocal perspective. Is there something like from the first session that changed in particular going into the second or the third in like how you prepare performances and things like that?
Well, the first session was different than the other two purely because we did the first session at the studio, at the main studio at the ranch, and then the second day was done at Neil Kennedy's like at home studio.
Mm-hmm.
So we did some of the guitar and
Yeah,
the
lead
vocals at
guitar
his
and
studio,
vocals.
didn't we?
Yeah.
Which was a really cool experience because like a legend in the music scene like Neil Kennedy being like, just come to my house and just record it at my house. We're like, okay, and like we're like walking through his kitchen and saying hello to his cat, and then like every now and then he's sort of being like, oh, I've just got to go and just like, I don't know, like make my son's dinner or something. Like, yeah, okay, we'll just sit here and wait. Like, but yeah, it was an amazing experience. We felt so like lucky that he was like from off the bat trusted us straight away to be like, just come to my house and just do it here. So yeah, so that was obviously different in its own regard. But the other two was like the same process. So we start with drums, get the drum tracks down, and then I can have a bit of a break then, so bass and guitars get it done, and then we do the vocals last. So I've got something to sing to basically. So yeah, it's very, we do it very sort of systematically that way. What's nice about the ranch as well, because you can stay there. And they've got like an upstairs where you can sort of chill out, make coffees, or like you can put records on, and they've got guitars and stuff that you can mess around with. We can like come up with stuff that we might change the next day, or even like we actually for the stuff we're going to record next. To like one of them was basically written above the ranch because we were just like inspired. We were just sitting there, and I'd had an idea for a quite simple, easy chord pattern, and we just sort of built off of it. And we were recording like vocals into the demo, just like I can't even remember what mic we used. It was like a headphone mic or something.
It's like the headphone. Yeah, you know, like the old cord Apple headphones.
Yeah.
Like
just to try and get some sort of melody down with like a general idea of lyrics.
Which is funny because there's like thousands of pounds worth of microphones downstairs.
Yeah,
and
we're there.
upstairs with like this tiny little. headphone mic.
So yeah, so it's good because you can relax though. Like you haven't got to go there for a certain amount of time and then leave. Like you're just there for the weekend. So and that also means that we can do 2 songs at the same time, which is really nice. So yeah, it didn't. The approach is the same. Obviously, like each day is slightly different, but yeah, we just sort of just do it that systematic way. So we've all got something to work off of, and yeah, it's just a lovely experience just being there. Like it's one of my favourite places. It's so fun.
I think the thing that's nice as well is we're all like involved in each other's recording, but without ever like it never feels like anyone's stepping on anyone's toes. Like it's all very supportive. I remember once Glennie, I think it might have maybe been that drum pattern in Smile Boy. I remember I was in like the control room talking to him, and he said to me once, I don't know if you remember, but you were like, look, you do the thinking and I'll do the playing, because he was trying to get like the kick and the snare pattern right, and then I'm because he's so focused on what he's doing with his, you know, what he's trying to do, that I'm the one in the control room like hearing it and being like, the kick there needs to be whatever. When he said that, I just thought like as funny as it is, that's a good like summary of how we work. I think like it's the same when Josh tracks his bass and I track the guitar, or you do the vocals, whatever. It's like it's almost like everyone else gets to do like the thinking for you. So like if you're doing a take, someone else can go, but oh, you need to do that differently or whatever, or try doing something like this, and it always ends up resulting in the best take usually. So
yeah, and it does sound like I'm being a bit diva-ish, being like, I'll do the playing, but it was literally me being like, no, Alex, just tell me what you want and I'll do it, because at this point I'm like not stressed, but I'm like sort of in my own head and being like, I'm in this massive like multi-1,000-pound studio, and like I've got this a kit that I could never afford to buy myself, and like I've got all these people that are like not relying on me, but being like, we have got to get this done at some point. And you just sort of get in your own head, and yeah, just having Alex there being like, just think about this, do that. I'm like, all right, yeah, cool, right, I'll just do that, and then it just works. Like having that sort of voice in your head just relaxing you is just like, thank you.
Alex is there like Clem Fandango.
Yeah. Yeah, we've definitely not made that joke while we're there.
Oh man, is that the time? It's third band o'clock.
It is. Right, so everyone is
I'm really
now.
intrigued.
Well, I'm 4 pints pissed. You guys can be as pissed as you want. You can, as long as you're on the vibe, you're on the vibe. So, goodbye, Dad. Have a lovely drive home or evening or whatever it is you're doing. to be fair, knowing him, he'd probably come and watch the other show. But I'm gonna dip, and I'm gonna turn around, make the short walk through the shipping
We're
containers.
moving to the other stage.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
everyone else has been behind doing their own thing,
Yeah.
getting on the level. So then,
Oh shit, here we go.
and you'll like this one. We have the mighty Polaris coming on. Everyone's just been jamming to some metalcore, emo, like just going crazy. And then suddenly, Polaris walk on stage, Nightmare starts.
Oh, I'm crowd surfing already.
And the reason I picked Nightmare first was because they did that at the Ali Pali show, and it was unbelievable. Unfortunately, you couldn't be there because you were just late. And I remember you saying, I was just like, I hope they don't play Nightmare first. And they came on and I filmed it, and I was like, unlucky.
There was another one.
Oh, what a nightmare!
There was another one where it was a different support one before that one that I couldn't make it. And they did it first. I remember turning around and just being like, if they play Nightmare first, I'm going to go crowd surf. And then it came on straight away.
Yeah.
But I remember the gig you're talking about in particular was, I think I was arriving late from work, and I arrived.
You were like 2 songs in.
I think it was All This Is Fleeting, and it was getting towards the breakdown. And I bumped into you. And
You
were
went,
like, oh, where's everyone? It's
where's
like,
Glennie?
I don't know. Glennie's in the pit. And I was like, right, I'm going. And I remember a massive circle opening up, ready for the breakdown. I got to one side of it. All of a sudden, I look forward, just see you there. You point at me.
I'm coming for you. And we just clashed in the middle, didn't we? And then just went crazy for the rest of the set.
Polaris.
I love the band so much. I've seen them, I think, like 4 times now. And just, I can't get enough of it. There's something about their music that when I'm in the pit and I'm just going crazy and having screaming along to the songs, it's just, I feel content. I don't feel like there's anything else I want. I just want to be doing that. I have written a set list.
I was going to ask about this. I want to know these songs.
Yeah, so I've gone for Nightmare, then Masochist, then The Remedy, then Landmine, then Parasites, then All of This Is Fleeting, then Dissipate, and then we end on Inhumane.
That's. I could probably say that's near enough a perfect Polaris set list.
Yeah, I was sat there last night going through it because I'm really organised and I definitely didn't write this last night. Sat last night, I was looking through Spotify, being like, what would be my perfect set for him? And I just thought, this. I couldn't think of anything else to add in or take away. And I have got a little bit of a caveat as well. Shout out to Stu from SMTV. He has to be in the pit camming because having him at Download while I was swinging Kenneth round with my pink flamingo shirt, with all the dust, and then every now and then I just see him be like, let's go.
Yeah.
And just like,
got his little camera.
he gave you the camera at one point and he grabbed your hand and went, hold on to that with your life. And
I've
you were
got
like,
it,
I'm not going to let go. And then you just got you, and then you did the shortest crowd surf I've ever seen. You went over like 2 people and just like dipped over the barrier. And then I want him to be able to do a slow-mo like montage like he did for the pits this year at Download, because I think just to have that as like a little keepsake, be like, that was my perfect set and I've got this.
Christ.
Yeah, so I want him in there doing his thing, like filming as he goes, because I think, perfect.
I'm just I'm there.
Oh yeah,
I'm there.
everyone's there, by the way. Like everyone's
I'm in
just,
that pit. I'm active as fuck in that pit. Oh, what an amazing band.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking about that, and I'm just picturing being
in a dream world, right?
Picturing being in the 2022 doghouse. You could do a little thought bubble, and it's just like in my head of that. But then seeing Polaris there and being in a circle pit.
Every now and then you get bonked on the head by a toilet roll.
Yeah.
That's me, by the way.
Yeah. You found them all stashed behind the portal and just came out machine gunning toilet rolls at everyone. So that's my third, the first part of the second half. This is when we're getting the vibes in. This is when we're going through what we do usually at sets, like at shows. So I was set list for me is perfect. Vibes would be perfect, and just what a beautiful feeling that would be to be in that.
You mentioned earlier about particular songs being your baby or maybe having a favourite. You've played a decent handful of shows now live. Do you have any favourite songs when you're playing live?
Do you want to start?
Yeah, obviously that goes out to both of you.
Yeah. My favourite song is If I Don't Wake Up. And it's my favourite one to play live. It's the one in practice as well that we go the most insane for as well. Like, sometimes we'll play through the set and like rock out a bit, and then we'll get to that one, and it's like, oh, everyone just kind of just goes a bit nutty.
It's like, here we go.
Yeah, that's my favourite, and I think we close with it mostly because it's our. I think it might collectively be our favourite, at least to close with.
Yeah. So song wise, if I don't wake up off the thing, it is off the EP is my favourite, but I think we've never had the time, which is going to be coming out on the EP. It hasn't been released yet. In our shows, we start with Smile Boy and then we go straight into Never Had the Time. There's no talking or anything. It's Smile Boy finishes. It's a 4 count, crack, bang, let's go. And out of all of them, that's like the most I've got to do on drums, because there's Tommy bits and there's like a proper breakdown. There's the snare rolls and stuff. So I've got to be thinking. Well, I try to do it to the point where I don't think about the drums. I'm just thinking about vocal stuff. But with that one, I have to do both at the same time because there is a lot going on. Just from the really fun, easy Smile Boy into like the proper punchy, the punchiness I've never had the time. I think it's like I always look forward to that, and the fact that we have it so early on in the set, I'm like, we'll get the good one because we're so confident with it. It's like it just sets us up for a good set straight away.
It's like the start of a football match where everyone's just wanting to get that first touch in. And
Exactly.
Steady the nerves.
Yeah, those 2 songs is like everyone knocking it about the back line for a minute. Okay, right, now we're ready. Let's go.
Yeah. Which you could say it's a bit silly because it's probably one of the hardest ones to do for me anyway. But I think that's a good thing because it sort of makes you work a bit harder and actually care about it a bit more. If it was all just easy, it would just be like, oh, whatever. But yeah, I think never had the time to play. I think it's got to be my top one. But yeah, off the EP, the favourite song would have to be If I Don't Wake Up.
You've kind of set up nicely for my follow-up question there, which is of the songs that are still unreleased on the EP, which one are you most excited for people to hear?
Oh, never had the time for me, purely because of what we've done to it.
Yeah,
with
that
the intro
one.
and the outro stuff.
Funny enough, you asked earlier about like about things changing in the studio and stuff. We do like, I guess the best way to describe it is like pre-production nights before we go to record, where basically we sit with the demos and everyone plays their parts to make sure that we kind of know what's going on. And the week before or the week of the last session that we had,
Mate, it was like 3
maybe even
days.
it was
really
really
close.
late. We had like kind of like locked in how those last 2 songs were going to go, and then I remember we like played it through once just to listen to it, and as we were playing it, I was just like noodling over the top, just to kind of like almost like taking the piss. Like, oh, I'm just going to solo over the whole top of this song. But then we got to the end section, I like kind of happened upon like a tapping pattern, and then we all looked at each other and like, oh, actually,
Ooh,
that's kind of really
something
sick.
here. Yeah.
And then we figured out like how it was going to go properly, and put it in the demo. And I remember thinking, kind of Josh said it as well. It's like I think a lot of other bands would have done that and had a bit of fun doing it, and then gone, actually, let's not do it. And Josh in particular is very much like, fuck that, we have to do that because it's so sick. And it like that took that song from like maybe being, I don't want to say my like, because I still love it, but it was probably my least favorite out of that bunch, to then being one of my favorites just because it changed quite a bit. And that end section now is so much fun.
Yeah, because we didn't even have the intro, the guitar parts either.
Yeah.
Like that was all added in at the same time as
really
well.
late
So
as well.
we changed the start and the finish of the song 3 days before we went to record it, and we'd had that song demoed and ready, and we played it. We played it twice. I don't know, once or twice before we'd even like been to the studio without these intros and outros. So it was a complete switch up, but it just again elevated it to the point where we wanted it without even realizing that we weren't 100% happy.
Yeah.
Because now, like, to listen to it without that would be weird. It would be so bizarre.
Yeah. And the thing is, that's one of the songs that I wrote when I was still in school. So like the like center portion of that song has kind of stayed the same, more or less. But it's fun to have like the beginning and the end be like something that was done. Like I said earlier, when our writing's quite like instinctual. So when we kind of did that really last minute, there wasn't any stress about like, oh, are we making like a last minute error like by doing this? So
Yeah, and then the second that we heard it, after it had been like mastered, we would, or no, after we got like the first like what's it called,
Mix
through. Yeah, that's it. We were like, oh yeah, perfect. Like, why did we ever even question it?
Yeah.
But I am really excited for people to see the video for Same But Different.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we've been really lucky. We've done a video so far for everything that we've released, and that's my favourite one that we've done.
Yeah.
Especially to watch it back. It was fun to film it.
It was the easiest one to do.
It was
as
the
well.
easiest one to do.
There
It was
no
really
faff.
fun to edit for me. And it's one of those videos that just makes me laugh the whole way through.
Yeah.
From being behind the scenes and watching it all happen, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the.
Yeah, there's
final version
loads of
that.
little Easter eggy stuff in there. Like,
Yeah.
nothing about lore or anything like that. It's just like if you watch what people are doing in the background, or just like, I'm not going to go too much into it. Obviously, you can watch the video. You'll pick up little things where it's obvious that we were just pissing about and just had the camera rolling, and it was like, yeah, we'll just use that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that one.
The video is always really fun. I like it. I get to boss everyone around,
Yeah,
which is cool.
I suppose you haven't got a clipboard.
Did you have a little director's chair?
I should get one. I should get one
Don't.
for the next shoot.
Don't make his head any bigger, surely.
So as we talked about, and as we joke about a lot, you are the drummer and the singer.
Yes, I am.
How's that been for you? Because at this point, in a way, it's like second nature. You know all these songs so well.
Yeah.
But to go back to when that was first, like, okay, I'm doing both of these.
Mm-hmm.
That whole process of coming to that point and how you approach it. Because it's not. There are a few bands that do that. You've got people like current big with it, like Listel, who do that. You talked about Phil Collins earlier.
Mm.
What's your approach kind of been with that and the process of getting to that really comfortable state now?
Well, so it sort of came out of necessity from the start, because so Josh, our bassist, used to sing, but he had an issue with his throat, had to have an operation, and so basically in practices I was singing along anyway, because I feel it helps me sort of stay with the either structure or just like stay on time sort of thing. I've always, it's like, because I taught myself, I've never learnt like the counting while playing sort of thing. I've always just sung along, and it's just always helped. So we spent ages being like, right, what do we do? Do we look for a vocalist? Like we actually made some flyers, and we like flyered a couple of shows and stuff, like trying to find. We didn't get any bites for anything. So it was like, I think it was during a practice, I think you sort of looked over and was just like, well, Glennie's singing anyway, so should we just give him a mic and we'll just do that for the time being? And we just sort of realised, why are we wasting time and energy looking for someone when we could just try and figure this out? And within, I'd say, two, 3 practices, as soon as I'd actually got like the vocals, like words and stuff down, because I didn't really need, obviously I know the words for the songs, but I didn't need to know them like perfectly. I'd never had a mic, so as soon as that was down, and like it wasn't like I had to learn how to sing while drumming because I was doing it anyway.
Yeah.
We just sort of went, yeah, this works really well. So we just cracked on with that. Like, well, it saves the stress of trying to get someone else in. So yeah, it's been nice. Obviously, there's been singing drummers like throughout, basically. But I think like lead vocalist singing, lead vocalist drumming in at the moment it seems to always be just like an addition. Obviously, you so with Listel, Mike's vocals, they're like the power behind it, and then you got Adam doing the harsh vocal stuff. So that's sort of in the middle between just doing bit of back in and being the lead vocalist. So with this, there obviously has to be like the vocal delivery has to be strong and it has to be correct, because you don't have the front man as like to take away from it.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, I'd love to be stood up with a mic going crazy moshing, and because you can sort of get away with stuff when you're doing that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Whereas when you're sat behind a kit and you don't have the, like, you can't move around, you can't even turn around to like do like look at the drummer, say, like you'll see it in bands, like the singers aren't always facing the crowd. Like it has to be perfect. Like it has to sound good, because otherwise you just sound like a bloke sat behind a drum screaming, or like or just like sort of humming along. So I feel like I'm quite lucky. I've always, it sounds horrible, I've always been able to sing. But my dad's always been able to sing as well, so I don't know if it's genetic or whatever, but it's never really been something I've had to like work on. But making sure that the delivery is like what it needs to be whilst also drumming it was difficult, but I think we've got to a point now where it's sort of second nature. Like and I've noticed as well, we write a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So it's because it'd be very easy to sort of write some really complex drum parts and stuff that you wouldn't be able to concentrate on two things at once. But I feel like we use the drums in a way to sort of aid the vocal delivery. So there's some parts in like Never Had the Time where the drums are really simple, but then that's when you can concentrate on getting like them big notes out and
Compromise.
Yeah. But the lyrics and like the melodies of the songs we do anyway, they also help with that because it's like emotional. So you can really put yourself into it, and like when you're crashing around, you're just sort of giving it. Like it works both ways. Like I'm not trying to do that, but then also trying to be really angelic. Like it just seems to have worked, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And but then also I rely on these guys to be like the personality on stage.
Yeah.
Like, because I can't jump up around and be crazy. Obviously, between songs I can chat to the crowd or whatever, but while I'm doing it, I've got so much going on that I need Josh jumping around, kicking and like falling off the stage. I need you being all like moody and like, yeah, let's go. Like it puts a little bit more pressure on you guys to like look good and draw the attention, because unless the drums are at the front, which you can't do for a lot of like stages, and it's not viable. Like there'd be no space for anybody else. But having Josh being a nutter on stage, like he's
Josh
just like,
helps,
as soon as he used to just let his hair down. He's shaved it all off now. But as soon as that hair went down, he put a bit of water in it. It was like he changed.
Yeah.
He's become feral. So if anything, I've got these boys to thank for helping sort of aid that, because again, I can only do so much. There has to be a compromise. And we've thought about ways of sort of setting the stage up where it can be a little bit maybe to like the side, or like obviously to the left, because I'm like looking that way a lot of the time. Just try and sort of switch it up a little bit. But obviously when you're doing gigs at this stage, you can't have the freedom to be like, oh, by the way, can we move the drum kit? Because it's like, well, we've only got 15 minutes and it's already mic'd up. Like, what are you doing? So you just have to sit in the back and just make the vocals worth it, basically. And then also having the help of the boys going mad and really sort of pushing. Like Josh does all the finger points and all the like, let's go, and like he'll like grab his mic and like put it in the and be like, let's go, that sort of thing.
It sounds like you keep the live show in mind when you're writing.
I think so.
Yeah, more so now than ever before as
Yeah.
well.
Well, because when you were writing that sort of stuff, you weren't expecting to be taking this
exactly.
on stage. Now we've sort of done it. It's like we need, because at the end of the day we write songs and record stuff because we want to go out and play them.
Yeah.
It'd be very easy just to upload it and go, that's done, and just do something else. But no, we want to go and play as many shows as possible. We want to have our own little stamp on the music scene. And I think you have to write in a way that you know is going to convey whatever message it is you're trying to convey to the people that are watching. So yeah.
I think it's time. I really want to know who's following Polaris.
I've had 4 pints, but what's the fourth band?
Oh, you're going to be happy again, James.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
So-
oh, God. Oh,
The most fun, I think, apart from obviously Polaris as well, but festival set. I can't remember what year it was. It was either 22 or 23. It was very warm. The sun was just sitting above the stage. Holding Absence walked on stage.
oh.
Started with Like a Shadow, and we went unbelievably feral.
Yes, we did.
It was-
Yes.
It was just carnage for however long. I can't remember how long the set was. Probably half an hour, I'd say. It was just non-stop. We were all knackered, but it was just like, well, this is happening. And like Ash was drumming for him at the time. He just walked on stage, stood up on his kit, and was like, "Let's go." And then Lucas walks in,
Yep.
just goes crazy, and it's like we'd had a lot to do with him at the time, because obviously you guys had done the interview with them, and Lucas had done like the stuff on Zoom and that.
Yeah.
So I felt like a slight connection, because I was like, I've sat and spoke to you,
Yeah.
and now you're doing this, and I'm having the best time in the world. Yeah, I think with the way I've done the Perfect Game, it's trying to bottle like that feeling.
Yeah.
And I think, just going through all the sets, like hundreds of sets I can't remember, it was like 2023, we went through and I saw like 200 bands.
Yes. Yeah. You were keeping a log.
Yeah,
like,
I kept a
the
log for that
entirety
whole
of the
year.
didn't you? Yeah.
It was at Burn It Down when I hit 200.
I remember that.
Yep,
Yeah.
I remember.
And we still saw however many, like it was like 50 bands after that as well. So it was like, like how many sets I've done. I think that one definitely sticks out as like what a feeling.
Which set in particular is it you're thinking of? The download one?
No, the 2000 Trees.
Oh, on the main stage.
Yeah, 2000 Trees. It was just unreal. And yeah, so that I want that, but at the doghouse.
Yep.
Everybody's 4 pints pissed. And
I know you're prepared with the set list.
I wrote a set list.
Go on then, hit me with
so
it.
I want Like a Shadow, because when they came onto Like a Shadow, I was like, that's how you start a show.
Beautiful.
Then we're going straight into False Dawn, which you have to then follow with Scissors. Because that's one of the coolest things in an album I've ever. Every single time False Dawn comes on a shuffle, I'm like, no. And then I'll cue Scissors to come on after, because I'm like, you can't listen to them separately.
I remember when The Noble Art of Self-Destruction came out on the day of release, and you were listening to it, and you messaged me being like,
what?
"Oh my god, the way it flows into it, I can go back to it."
I'm pretty sure I screen recorded Spotify. It was like, listen to this.
Yeah, you did. I remember
and
that.
it was like, bro, I've listened to it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's so good. So yeah, False Dawn, Into Scissors, Crooked Melody, just 3 absolute bangers in a row. And we'll go a bit old school, Holding Absence, Gravity, Birdcage, Aching Longing, Wilt, Afterlife.
God, what a run of songs.
Unreal. That's unreal.
Yeah, so we've gone like new school Holding Absence from the Noble Art. Obviously, like Shadow wasn't from that, but I think you can't start a set any better than what they did.
Way to start.
And then we'll go old school Holding Absence, because it was one of the first It was one in Oxford when Lestel supported them. That I'd done with like you guys. We did Architects at Ali Pali. That was the first time I'd like met you guys and gone to a show with you. Which was Sleep Token Architects, which is insane.
And Malev.
Yeah. Like what?
That's a mad lineup.
Yeah, I think I just missed Malev, but I got there as Sleep Token came on, and I first time I listened to Sleep Token was in the car on the way there, because Em was like, well, I was like, who's supporting? She was like, oh, these guys, you might like them. little did she know. And I just remember standing there being like, what the hell? This is amazing. Like that snare sounds sick, and that's all I can ever think whenever I hear them. You might be surprised to think that Sleep Token's not on this, but I've seen them in every way that I want to see them. And like obviously I'd never ever like not go to a Sleep Token set if I had a chance, but I've seen him at a small venue, I've seen him in a small tent, I've seen him at arena show, I've seen him at download headlining. Like I don't feel like I need to push that into this, because I've already done that. That's already been perfect.
Makes sense.
So yeah, so that's the reason why Sleep Token aren't on there. Josh was, I think, quite shocked when I sent him the list through, and he was like, "What?"
Yeah.
So Holding Absence was one of the first, like obviously Lestel, and then Holding Absence was one of the first bands I'd gone to like a small venue show with you guys, and I just remember being like, I didn't know any of these songs, but this is amazing. I want to do this all the time, and then obviously we have, which is really cool.
The cool you now.
And then I think it's maybe 4 or 5 times I've seen them, and they're just always amazing. But that one set always sort of sticks out in my head.
The vibes are going to be
I've got no
immaculate.
notes. That's so sick.
Yeah.
God, imagine being 4 pints pissed.
Four pints
Holding
pissed
Absence.
and Afterlife comes on.
Oh.
Yeah, and
It doesn't get better. I don't think the world would ever get better than that.
My only caveat with that, I don't want any false encores. I don't want any walking off stage and coming back on, because that.
We're hitting into Afterlife.
Yeah, we're just
And we're
going.
hitting into Will,
Lucas
that
is
kind of thing.
Lucas is just going to go right. You know what's coming next. I know where I'm at. And just everyone just
And you know what?
screams.
You're right with the 4 pints. If I was any more pissed than that and Wilt came on, I'd be ruined, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
just want to
Yeah.
be merry with my 4 pints.
4 pints pissed is the perfect
Yeah.
amount of pissed.
And
If
also-
only we had the self-control to always stay at 4 pints. But we don't. We know because when you're 4 pints pissed, you go, drinking's great. Let's do it more, and then
And Afterlife was the last song, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Like that's.
Yeah.
There's almost like no better song to end with.
well, because
In any way, shape, or form with multiple bands. It's just.
everyone's been
perfect.
up on shoulders and singing along to Wilt and just vibing, and then finish it off as a banger like Afterlife. You don't need anything else after that.
Everyone doing their best Lucas imitation with their air kicks.
Oh yeah, I want you air kicking constantly. yeah.
Like the fucking can.
Yeah, everyone at the same time.
Arm in arm. We might have to actually arrange
The Holding
that.
Absence can.
I have-
Make it
I think
a
we need to
reality.
arrange that next
How
time we
many
see them
people would
live.
pop a hamstring?
You know what? The 2 set lists you've written there are pretty bang on.
I genuinely just thought, what would I want them to do? If they
Yeah.
asked me, what should we do? I'd say, can you do this,
Yeah.
please? So yeah, that's the way I sort of approached it. So yeah, I've got some honourable mentions.
Go on.
For,
Hit us with them.
Obviously, Sleep Token. But again,
What if you could somehow have a Vessel feature during Holding Absence?
Oh,
What song would it be?
what song would it be? Would they do a Sleep Token song,
Your
or
perfect
would they
gig,
do
man.
a Holding
Do what
Absence
you want.
song?
Your perfect gig.
Oh God, that's really difficult.
Wilt would be a good one.
Wilt
I
would
think,
be
I
a
think
good
if
one.
it's Vessel doing a Holding Absence song, it's got to be a slower one like Wilt.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Wilt probably, because I think I mean Vessel's vocals are just like unmatched. So I think he would just make it. And the feeling of watching him walk on, because obviously we've seen the other members do it at shows. So 4 did it at Bring Me the Horizon. 2's done it. I can't remember.
Well, he did the
Played Basic
Black
Trip.
Sabbath.
He did the
Yes,
Sabbath
that was
thing.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's
Yeah,
been
sorry.
doing drum shows.
And three came
3
on.
did Basic Trivium.
Trivium
That
and
was it.
Bloodstock.
So we've seen that, but we've never seen Vessel do it.
And apparently, I don't know what interview I saw him say it in, but Lucas mentioned that there is a Holding Absence Sleep Token collab recorded somewhere.
I've seen him.
Recorded.
He's mentioned it on Twitter,
That-
but
that
it's
will
never
never
going to
see
get
the light
released.
of day.
It was done during the pandemic.
Well,
Sickening.
maybe we were never meant to hear it. Maybe it was shit. You never know.
maybe they bring it out at your perfect gig.
Maybe-
Lucas, is it ass? Tell us in the
Yeah.
comments.
Maybe they were all sat around.
Just send it to us and let us judge for
Yeah,
ourselves.
yeah, I
We
love.
won't leak
I
it.
love
We
the
won't leak
thought.
it. We
I love
definitely
the
won't
thought
leak
of
it.
it being the pandemic. They're all on Zoom. Vessel sat there in his mask,
Put nothing on underneath.
and they do like a listening party,
Yeah.
and they play it, and they're all just sat there like,
Just shut the lights on. Never mind.
And now just picturing Vessel just in the mask, like a cape, and just have like white boxes with red love hearts on or something.
But he's got like the fake Zoom background. Where it's like
He's on the beach.
He's on under the ocean. Yeah.
when it hangs up, it just says Vessel 1 has left the game. Oh god. So yeah, honorable mentions. So Sleep Token's got to be in there, but I'd love to watch Whitesnake. Obviously, we spoke about the Whitesnake before. Them play that album in full, all the way through with Steve Vai, and also Extreme, Porno Graffiti, all the way through. Yeah, again, 2 albums that I listened to constantly growing up, and like riffs for days on both. But yeah, Porno Graffiti is just like, I don't know if you guys have listened to much of it.
Have not.
If you'd love it, like riffs wise, it's
Yeah,
perfect.
so
And it's got emotion in there as well. You've got songs like Wholehearted, which is like proper, like it's like upbeat, but it feels raw. Yeah, it's from start to finish. Again, it's just perfect. So if I could see them, I don't know, we'll have a break and I'll watch that quickly and then go back.
Interlude. Just
No, yeah, but yeah, I think I sort of fell into the trap of wanting to watch shows that I either wanted to always see or that have already happened that I missed. But yeah, I think seeing them, obviously they'd never happen. Like I don't think they'd ever do. But we're just going to play that all the way through.
No.
If they have, can you send me the footage? Because I think I'd love to watch it. But yeah, I think that them 2 would stick out for me to see.
that's a
There you
very
go.
intriguing
Yeah.
gig, to be fair.
Very unique approach.
usually at the end of these we say whether or not we want to be there, but you've already told us that we have to be. So.
Yeah.
We
But
have
that's
no
fine
choice
by
there.
us.
I'm happy.
You wouldn't have much
there.
choice in the matter.
I am delighted with
Yeah,
that.
wouldn't have choice. Glennie said you got to go. You got to go. I thought I'd save you guys from the boredom of watching 3 hours of blues
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
because
appreciate it, man.
I know that it does like.
We could multicam it.
I think I'd get bored.
Can I request that while we're waiting, we've got a silent disco?
Yeah,
Like the trees
there we
one.
go.
The tree silent disco.
Tree
while
silent.
we're-
I hadn't even thought
John
of
Mahon
that.
can air you.
John Mahon. Your days
Yeah.
are numbered.
So that's perfect because I love in the silent disco when you take your headphones off and you hear everyone singing something different because you can hear the people that are belting, you can hear the people that are rapping or people that are screaming. So every now and then I just want to just stick my ear near the shipping container and just hear everyone just singing different things.
Maybe just stick your ear over you hear Pillar Pit. Pillar Pit.
Whoa, the hokey cokey.
Yeah, I want everyone doing the hokey cokey. Yeah. I think we'll add that in. I want you guys doing silent disco because how much fun. I don't think I'd put that together because obviously we hadn't done the silent disco at Download because there isn't one.
Maybe that.
Well, there
Is
wasn't.
there
There wasn't one at the time.
There is.
There is
it's-
now.
It's at the little pub in the village.
Oh yeah,
Maybe we give that a try next year.
maybe. Yeah, we've always sort of just gone doghouse, haven't we?
Before we come to a close, tied in with the EP release, you also have a show coming up.
We do. On the 16th of November.
Remember that one?
Got that one right. It's at the Bullingdon. It's I didn't know this. It used to just be there, the stage. It used to just be in the front room.
Oh.
Because I was speaking to my dad's old guitarist, and he was saying, because I said where the show is, and he was like, oh yeah, well I remember when that was it. So they took it away, so they brought it back. At the Bullingdon in Oxford, we're playing the front room, so it's like the front bar. They've put a really cool venue in there. It's like 100 cap or 120 cap, something like that. And we went to like a day festival thing that we played, and then went and saw Strayers. No, it wasn't Strayers, but Strayers played on the.
They played the main,
didn't they? Well, we went. I can't remember who it was. Went and saw because we were a little bit dubious. We were like, it doesn't feel like it's going to work. But straight away we were like, oh yeah, this should be a stage. So yeah, we're really looking forward to playing that.
It's going to be sick, man.
Yeah, you should definitely, if you've got time on the 16th of November, you should just come and watch, because we've got some cool bands lined up for support.
Where can people get their tickets?
We got tickets.
We got tickets. Oh, in the description of this episode.
Yes, in the
That's
description.
probably the easiest thing.
Yeah, or go to any of our socials. We've all got them linked on there. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
And should we expect each song from the EP to be played?
Yes,
Absolutely.
definitely. Yeah. We're not playing it like in order or anything like that, and we've got other stuff that we're playing as well that we haven't spoke about or released. There might be some covers in there, maybe, I don't know. So
Nicely synchronized.
yeah, we'll
We're like those Tully's horror thing twins.
Yep.
So yeah, we're really looking forward to this show. It's our second headline show. We obviously did our first one at Fat Little's in Whitney, which was that was like my place as a kid. That's where we used to do the blues jams and stuff. And I basically grew up there. So that was really cool doing that. So branching out to other places now is like also really cool.
Going to the big city.
We are.
Small town boys in the,
The
big
big
city.
smoke.
I'm gonna make you a star, kid.
You're going to see your name in lights.
We just get a poster and just put a light behind it.
So yeah, Sunday 16th November, EP release show in Oxford. The EP out on Friday 7th.
Yeah.
It won't be this way forever.
It won't be this way
It
forever.
won't feel this way forever.
It won't feel this way forever. My bad.
He made me get it wrong then.
Yeah, come on, at least you should know the name of your own EP. That is a very fucking good gig.
Thank you very much. I was a little bit nervous because I've just moved house and I've been very busy with work, and I completely forgot that we'd organised to do this. And it was about a week ago when I messaged Alex. I was like, by the way, weren't we supposed to do a perfect gig? And he was like, yeah, we should probably get that done on Thursday. I'm like, okay, and I've just not had any time to think about it.
Thank you very much for coming over.
No worries at all. It's always a pleasure with you
having
boys.
you here as well. Check out all the stuff in the description we've talked about. There'll be a link to their Spotify, a link to tickets and socials.
And let us know what you thought of that gig.
Would you go?
I would.